Before the sun has fully cleared the horizon, a yellow-billed hornbill lands beside an old termite mound. It is not searching for termites. It is waiting for the animals sleeping inside. Then the bird begins to call. Again and again, its voice carries across the quiet savanna. Deep beneath the hard walls of the mound, a family of dwarf mongooses is still hidden in the darkness. Yet the hornbill refuses to leave. Why would a wild bird spend its morning waking a group of small carnivores? The answer is one of Africa's most remarkable partnerships. The night has been cold, and the mongooses are in no hurry to emerge. They have slept together inside abandoned chambers. Outside, the hornbill peers into the openings and calls once more. At last, a small face appears. One mongoose climbs onto the mound and studies the surroundings. Another follows. Soon, the whole family is outside, grooming one another and warming their dark brown fur in the first sunlight. The impatient bird still has to wait. Dwarf mongooses do almost everything as a group. A dominant pair leads the family, while other adults help defend the territory and care for the young. They sleep, travel, and search for food together. But this morning, they are not alone. The bird beside them is an Eastern Yellow-billed Hornbill. Its long, curved bill can seize beetles, grasshoppers, and other small prey in a fraction of a second. Finding that prey is the difficult part. As the mongoose family finally leaves the mound, the hornbill drops to the ground and follows, only a few steps behind. The mongooses spread through the dry grass, turning leaves and digging into the soil. Every movement disturbs creatures hiding below the surface. A beetle bursts from cover. One mongoose lunges, but the insect escapes sideways. It does not get far. The hornbill is already waiting, and one quick snap of its bill ends the chase. This happens again and again. The mongooses become a moving line of beaters, flushing hidden prey into the open. The bird spends less energy searching and gains access to food it might never have found on its own. At first, the arrangement looks unfair. The hornbill appears to be stealing meals created by the hard work of the mongooses. But the mongooses are receiving something far more valuable than a few insects. While they dig, most of their attention is directed downward. A snake can approach at ground level, and a raptor can descend with almost no warning. The hornbill sees the world from a different angle. It scans the grassland and flies to low branches where the view is wider. The mongoose family now has an extra pair of eyes above the ground. Normally, one mongoose must interrupt its feeding to stand guard on a rock, stump, or termite mound. That sentinel watches while the others search for food. When hornbills are present, researchers have found that fewer mongooses need to guard, and the group produces fewer of its own warning calls. The birds allow more members of the family to keep eating. Then the hornbill suddenly freezes. Far above the grass, the shape of a raptor is moving across the sky. The bird gives a sharp alarm and beats its wings. Every mongoose stops digging. For a moment, the family listens. Then the entire group races toward cover. They vanish into holes and narrow spaces where the larger predator cannot follow. The hornbill has noticed the danger first. This is not unusual. Field observations have shown that hornbills often detect approaching raptors before the mongooses do. Even more remarkably, they may warn the family about birds of prey that threaten mongooses but pose little danger to the hornbills themselves. The warning costs the bird only a call. For a young mongoose, it could mean the difference between life and death. Minutes pass. The raptor continues beyond the hunting ground, and the savanna becomes quiet again. The hornbill returns to the earth. One mongoose cautiously emerges, then another. Once the family is satisfied that the threat has gone, the search for food begins again. Their trust is not based on affection. Neither animal shares food deliberately, and neither has promised to protect the other. The partnership survives because both sides gain something every day. The mongooses expose prey. The hornbill provides information. And the exchange can work in both directions. Later, a mongoose takes a turn as sentinel. Its warning sends the family closer to shelter, while the hornbill leaves the ground for a safer perch. The watcher below has now protected the watcher above. Farther from the mound, the procession continues. Researchers have observed more hornbills accompanying larger mongoose families, probably because more paws and noses disturb more potential prey. For the hornbills, following the family is like following a hunting machine that never stops moving. For the mongooses, every additional bird may improve the living alarm system above them. Scientists studying this relationship discovered just how important the partners can become to one another. Hornbills wait in trees around the mongoose's sleeping mound. If the birds are absent, the mongooses may delay the start of their daily search. When the hornbills arrive and begin calling, the group is more likely to set out. The strange morning ritual is not random noise. It helps begin a shared working day. By late afternoon, the shadows grow longer. The mongooses have spent hours searching the soil, while the hornbills have followed them across the same feeding ground. Now the family turns back toward shelter. One by one, the mongooses disappear into the old termite mound. The hornbills do not follow them underground. They fly toward their own roost as the last light fades over the savanna. Tomorrow, the mongooses will still need food. The hornbills will still need hunters to uncover it. And before the family is ready to face another morning, a familiar yellow bill may already be waiting outside. Nature does not seal partnerships with promises. It builds them one uncovered insect, one warning call, and one survived day at a time. Would you call this friendship, or simply one of nature's smartest bargains?